Are we good?
You're good now.
Okay.
You're good now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special episode of Dish Gods. We're recording live in Edison's Tap Room in Tacoma, Washington. My name is Max, and I'm joined as always with...
Little Bear.
And we're here in Edison's Tap Room. We're recording our first
I guess you could say
episode.
live episode, maybe?
I'd say this is live. I mean, nobody's watching us, but...
Yeah, true.
It's live
But
enough.
I guess we're out of the studio.
Yeah,
We decided to have a couple beers tonight while we were recording.
Yeah, we have an audience, so...
I guess.
I think it works. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was a little tired earlier today. Hung out with some friends last night. Stayed up way too late, but I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm alright. I'm tired, but it's my weekend. I've just been running a lot of errands, trying to catch up on some things. But yeah, can't complain. I'm doing really good. Actually, I met my girlfriend's parents last night.
Oh, no. How'd that go?
Actually, pretty well. They're pretty nice people. I was kind of really nervous because usually I have a fake identity. I like a whole backstory. I get a fake ID made. I do the whole nine where I'm a Harvard graduate and I'm in biolabs or chemistry or something. But
Right.
I was very underprepared this time. She dropped it in my lap like the day before. It takes 2 days at least to get a fake ID made. So I decided to go and be myself, and it was terrible. It was the most excruciating thing I've ever had to do because what most people don't know about me is that I'm terrible. I'm an awful person. And I had to really keep that at bay the whole night. They were very lovely people. But, they're a little bit more, how do I say this, financially endowed than anybody I've ever met.
I think they call that bougie.
It wasn't bougie. I feel like bougie has a negative connotation to it. They were very, very nice people, but it was just I was very out of my element. I'll say, as a kid from the poor side of the desert, being up here in the fancy part of Washington. Like,
Did it kind of feel like a dinner for schmucks situation?
Yeah, like guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very. I had a really nice time. What about you? Anything new with you?
No, honestly, same old with a little bear.
Anything
But
exciting?
I tell you what, man, I was driving home from work 2 nights ago, and I was on one of the main avenues here in Tacoma, and I saw a guy driving a pickup truck, and while he was driving, he had his driver's side window down.
Okay.
And he had this massive white shake weight, and as he's driving, he's doing like a solid 35, 40 miles an hour, left hand out the window, and he's just fucking rocking this shake weight.
Wait, his hand's out of the window?
Yeah, he's using it like outside the window, just rocking this shake weight, and he did that. He was like pacing me, almost like he was like wanting me to like watch him use this shake weight, and then he would stop and switch hands and go back, and he would use it in the right hand, and like do that, and he just like kept switching back and forth. I was just like, who the fuck uses a shake weight anymore? Or also while you're driving? Yeah.
And like, correct me if I'm wrong, but 2 nights ago we had a storm, right? It was rainy as fuck.
Yeah.
This dude needed a shake weight so bad that he had his window out during the rainstorm.
Yes.
God, that's ridiculous. Honestly, I feel like something should be illegal, not because they're wrong, but because they're inherently bad. Not because it's like damaging to somebody's property or their emotional psyche or their health, just because it's just a bad thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think shake weighting while driving should be illegal, much like texting while driving. It's not a hands-free activity, dude. And
I would imagine if had like a police officer had seen that, they might have stopped him just to be like, yo, hey, what the fuck are you doing? They might not give him a ticket, but they probably want to know, like, why do you have this, 5-pound shake weight hanging?
Now?
Yeah.
Why now? You don't have any time between your job and your life that you can't just fucking shake weight. You have to shake weight right now on your drive. This exact fucking moment is the most peak time for you to get your shake weight in.
Hey man, some people don't have the
luxury?
extra time in the day, the extra 2 minutes that you need.
You can shake weight while you take a shit.
I guess you could.
You can shake weight in the shower. You can shake
slippery.
weight.
That's a dangerous situation, man. You get the shake weight slipping around, drop it on your toe. That's dangerous.
How heavy do you think it is?
I mean, they're not that heavy, but you're shaking them. They're slippery in the shower.
It's not slippery in the rain?
Well, I guess if it fell out of the car or the truck, it's not going to like crush your toe. It'll just hit someone's window.
Lost forever. Yeah.
It'll
so
just break someone's windshield.
I would rather shake weight in the shower than on the road. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree.
Well, let's get into some current events. Let's talk about some of the shit that's going on in the world today, because there's a lot that's been going on.
Well, I know there's something that you've been itching to talk about.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Well, you know how you like a girl and you go after her for a couple months, you try to win her heart. She's like, no, whatever. She doesn't give you the time of day, and then like 6 months after you confess your love for her, she just states this fucking piece of shit, asshole, douchebag, loser, fucking idiot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that happened to me recently. Only it wasn't with a girl, it was with a band. As many of you listeners might know, Stone Temple Pilots, they put out a singer search about 1.5 years ago.
Yep.
And it was open auditions. And your boy submitted a very solid audition. You can comment to that. You heard some of it.
Yeah. It was good.
Very, very good audition. And didn't get any calls, didn't get anything. I was ostensibly rejected from this band. And they just performed a show 2 nights ago. The first show with the new singer, Jeff Guntz or some shit. I don't give a fuck. And they put out a new song with him. And the music's great, music's really cool. Singer himself, no, fuck that guy. This motherfucker sounds exactly like Scott Weiland. If I had known they wanted a fucking copycat impersonator, I would have pulled that shit out of my ass.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they're looking for. They don't want to change up their flavors too much,
Well, I get that, but it's like they did the Chester Bennington thing, right?
Well, yeah.
And that was different. But it's like Chester had a totally different voice than Scott Weiland, but he still was able to respect the source material.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is maybe like after Chester, they're trying to go back to their roots. They want to find them that like where they came from again. I guess that's what I'm.
But you need somebody
at.
who they just happen to also find a guy who sounds exactly like Scott Weiland. They just happen to like find the one dude that sounds just like him.
Yeah,
no, I think it was a definitive, purposeful, conscious decision by the band. They were like, you know what? Let's just fucking jerk our fans off and give them a guy who sounds exactly like what they know.
I think that's exactly what they were going.
That's fucking bullshit. Look at AC/DC. When they got a new singer, he didn't sound anything like the old one, and he killed it. Who else? Van Halen, right? I don't know a lot about Van Halen, but they switched singers. And that was good. That was fine, I guess. A lot of bands have changed singers and had a totally different guy in the driver's seat, and it sounds amazing. So I'm very disappointed. I feel like even if it wasn't me, they could have at least picked somebody who with a little bit more of an interesting personality. This motherfucker was on the X Factor. Okay, that should give you an indication of who honestly, the fuck we're dealing with.
It kind of sounds like you're just a little salty about the whole situation.
I am salty.
Here.
I deserve that spot.
You know
what? I mean, you know what? I'll let bygones be bygones. I will happily continue to support STP. They've been a big part of my life. But honestly, fuck that guy. just
all right. Duly noted. Fuck Max does not like the new singer for Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah. I dare him to come at me.
All right,
let's have a sing-off.
We'll send a tweet, or we'll hit him up somehow and say, hey, let's have a sing-off.
Yeah.
And see if he responds.
Oh.
And if he does, I have a feeling he might crush you.
I will gladly take that challenge.
Because it seems like your feelings have already been crushed, and he's just gonna like pour salt all over those open wounds.
Well, he's 20 years older than me. I think he's like 20 years to the day. Not to the day, but he's like exactly 20 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got that on me. But I still think.
And he's got the life experience.
Oh yeah, he can write about all the pain and the heartache, and being on the road, and getting divorced, and all that other bullshit.
Yeah, how many times have you been divorced?
Several. Actually.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing it up. It's a very sore spot for me. It's been very recent.
You're welcome.
Several divorces in 7 months. It's been exhausting. Do you know how long it takes to get one divorce happen, let alone several?
Right. Well, you got to do it at the same time. I imagine you're doing multiple divorces at the same time. You're dealing with all of them.
Because if you're married to somebody and then you marry another person while your marriage is still recognized by the state, that marriage doesn't count. It's defunct. It's not even a marriage.
Yeah.
So you have to marry somebody, divorce them.
Full and noid, null and void.
Piggyback. You can't make me laugh. I've got a cough. Then you got to piggyback that divorce on a wedding. You just flip flop, flip flop, flip flop, flip flop.
No, smart man. So basically, you're going to the courthouse, you're filing for divorce, and then you just go down to turn around, go to the next room, and see the next judge, and be like, "Yo, I want to get married again." And the judge just gives you the most awful look, like you're the biggest piece of shit in the world. But he's like, "Hey, man, it's your choice, it's your money. Have fun."
Is it my fault I have a golden Tinder profile? I've got the golden ticket, my friend. My Tinder profile is solid. You know why? Smash Mouth likes my shit.
How many people swipe right on you?
100%.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because Smash Mouth likes my shit. Ladies love Smash Mouth, and they like guys who Smash Mouth likes.
Yeah. Well, everyone loves the mouth.
Everybody wants to rock the mouth.
Speaking of bands or not really bands, but people, musicians and new names, like Smash Mouth gives themselves the mouth. We have an artist here, came out, I want to say the beginning of this month.
Yeah.
I think it dropped about the 5th of November, 2017. People, what we know as P.Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, he is no longer answering to that moniker.
Why not?
Because he is now Love, a.k.a. Brother Love.
That's the whole name? Love, a.k.a. Brother Love?
I think it's one or the other.
I'm going to call him Love, a.k.a. Brother Love.
Yeah. From here on out now, anytime we refer to Puff Daddy, it will be Love, a.k.a. Brother Love.
Okay. So why did Mr. Love, a.k.a. Brother Love, want to change his name?
I don't know. I didn't read the article too much. I heard an interview on a different podcast. And
you listen to other podcasts?
Of course, man. You gotta get you get in the community.
You don't listen to our podcast?
I listen to it as we record.
But you don't go back and listen to the great accomplishments that we've created, to the art that we do?
I scrubbed through.
Scrub through our art.
Yeah.
Our audible master. Dude, this is all. It's my ringtone. I have a 40-minute ringtone.
That's insane. I would hate to be around you if you'd never picked up your phone.
Oh my god, our podcast is so good though.
Yeah,
how are you not always listening to it?
You're just stroking yourself off right now.
Somebody's got to. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
It's a dirty, dirty job.
It's a dirty, filthy, degrading job, but I'm gonna do it. So, Love, aka Brother Love. Mm-hmm. Is this kind of like when Prince was like, "I am the artist formerly known as Prince"? Yeah, they call it that.
I think it might be that kind of situation. I really don't know what's going on in his head. It's kind of like when Snoop was like, "I'm no longer Snoop Dogg, I'm Snoop Lion."
No, that made sense because he was like doing a different thing.
Well, yeah, he kind of went into like the reggae thing.
Yeah, but P. Diddy Brother, aka Love, aka Brother Love, hasn't done shit for 30 years.
30 years.
So it's like, why change your name all of a sudden? What are you doing?
I don't know. Isn't he a producer now? Doesn't he produce and do all that other stuff? I don't know what he does.
He just makes money. I think like the government legally has to give him like $100,000 like every 3 months, like a stipend for him just to exist.
I know him more as like Dr. Jinx from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Anytime I see him, I only see him as Dr. Jinx.
So he acts and he makes money. That's what Love, aka I keep calling him Bruv.
Like we could change it to that bruv? If you want, bruv.
Yeah, bruv.
Okay.
P. Diddy is now bruv.
You're bruv.
We're just gonna smash his fucking name together and make one fucking word up because it's so fucking stupid. Bruv. It's just bruv. I'm tired of these celebrities who get like, they like watch a documentary or they like do yoga for 20 minutes and then they think they're enlightened as shit.
Yeah,
like,
I'm the new spiritual being.
Like, I am love. I am all. We are we. I was scrubbing through his Twitter trying to find out his new name, like before we started recording.
Did he give a mention at all?
He didn't mention it, but he was just saying like, I'm no longer a he, I am a we, and all this bullshit. And it's like, it would be okay if somebody who wasn't a rich person said it. You know
Why
what
is
I
that?
mean? Because you're rich, so you don't experience hardships like I do, like everybody else does. You don't see you. I feel like it's like virtually impossible for somebody who's got $12 million in their checking account to like actually understand on a basic. Once you've lived that life for 15 years, you have never been poor. like if next year I made $30 million and I was able to sustain that level of income until I was 40.
Yeah.
That would like totally annul and annihilate any semblance of once being poor that I ever had. I would forget, and that would be erased from my identity forever. So I feel like, you know, bruv, at this point, he can't empathize with the people correctly. He thinks he can, and that's good. That's a start. It's nice that he's trying. But he can't truly empathize.
So I gotta just add one thing to what you're saying here. So when you say like he can't do this because he's rich, you know what I just gotta say, just because you have like a better financial status or whatever, or you're rich as fuck, you know, that doesn't mean like someone can't go through the same hardships as someone who isn't as financially well put, not in a financial sense, because that's what you're thinking. I know that's what you're about to say. You're getting primed up on the mic here. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, you know, like emotionally or anything like that. Like people all go through the same things regardless of how much money you have. Like just because you're super rich doesn't mean you can't be depressed. You know, you can't have you know, that doesn't mean you can't battle depression or do whatever, like, you know, things like that. But as far as like what you're saying, as far as like financial hardships, you know, like, oh, you can't pay your water bill on time, you can't pay your heating bill, your oil bill or whatever on time. Like, yeah, he definitely cannot empathize.
Empanada.
I'm feeling.
He can't be an empanada.
He can't be the empanada about the situation. Man, this cider is strong.
Yeah. Wow. Well, no, it's a. Oh, listen to who's fucking playing. They're rubbing it in my fucking face. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but they're playing Interstate Love Song at this fucking moment. Okay, but my point standing is it's just that I personally feel like you can't. I'm so distracted by this song. It's ridiculous. Is that you are unable to completely put. If you scrub through his fucking Twitter, he just sounds like a goddamn mongoloid. Because he's like, I am we are he, and he is I.
We are all together.
And it's some bullshit. It's like, no. You do not understand how far removed you are from me as a human being. And that's not a bad thing. He's earned his spot. I'm not trying to take that away from him. Mm-hmm. But there is quite the divide between me and Mr. Bruh.
Of course.
So
yeah.
Don't placate me with your fucking fake yoga bullshit. Fucking cuck. But speaking of celebrities, I feel like we should talk about some of the fucking bullshit that's come out lately.
Oh, yep. The Hollywood Shitstorm. That's what episode title. Episode 43, Hollywood Shitstorm.
Found it. Oh, that'll look great on the Google search.
I guess. Oh, yeah, we can't do that. We got to keep it PG.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, everyone at home.
So, I guess let's go chronologically. Mm-hmm. Let's talk Kevin Spacey first.
Okay.
Because that came out last week, right?
I think 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no, yeah, we already talked about Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
So we already talked
He's
about
old news.
George Takei.
Takai. Banana, or app, what is it? Potato.
Yeah, tomato. It's all the same. Yeah, so George Takei, he was accused.
Mm-hmm. Which, I'm sorry to cut you off here, but I feel like he did a really shitty job about answering to the accusation.
What did you say? I didn't really
He basically said, like, I didn't do it, but what it was it he blamed Russian Twitter bots for promoting the story and like making him look bad. So, like, what an awful thing. Like, come on, dude.
George.
Like, if you're accused, just say either fess up and be like, yo, I did this, I'm sorry, I'm a shitty person. Or if you didn't do it, you know, profess your, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Deny.
Proclaim your innocence. Proclaim.
I like that.
That's the word I'm
That'll
looking
be the episode title. Proclaim your innocence.
for. Okay, I like that.
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
But proclaim your innocence and stand behind it. But don't be a dick about it and be like, it was Russia that did this.
Don't try to like.
Don't deflect so much to turn it into like a political issue.
Yeah. Don't piggyback your bullshit onto some other unrelated thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's because that's exactly what Kevin Spacey did with the coming out.
Yeah, he turned it into a gay issue, and it's not a gay issue. Now all that does is it feeds into like the people on like the super far right that are like, oh, because you're a homosexual, you're automatically like a child diddler or whatever, and that's not true. Everyone knows that's not true, and that's completely wrong to think that way.
Well, not everybody knows that it's true. There are some people whose minds haven't developed and are still bigots.
We're still in the dark age.
But the one in particular I want to talk about, this one kind of hit me pretty hard, was Louie CK.
Yeah, he was for a while your...
he was one of my favorite comedians.
Idol?
In comedy, yeah.
A comedic icon.
Yeah. Louie was genius in my eyes. I thought he was so smart, so funny, so quick, and his show, the writing on that show was so fucking good. There were some great lines in that show, and these accusations started about a year ago, I want to say.
No,
where, the initial accusation came out.
I think it was almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while.
They came out, but no one really paid attention. It got some traction, but then it died out really quick because at the same time that these accusations came out, this cider is really strong. That these accusations came out, he was also premiering. He had the new show.
I think he had 3 new shows. Yeah, he had that thing with Zach Galifianakis. He had a new special.
Yeah, he was just pumping out shit like crazy.
Yeah.
So it kind of got buried, so to speak, and people just didn't really pay attention to that, and they paid attention to the show and the work that he was doing, and everyone just kind of, it fell to the wayside.
Yeah.
And now with this whole Me Too thing coming out, which, it's great because now it gives people a voice that they didn't have, and I think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
But this begs a question that I have to ask because of the whole Louie CK accusations, and especially with just his scenario.
Okay, well, hold on. Hold the question. I want to discuss the situation.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's just, I feel like it's our duty as I feel like most Americans get their news from our show. So I feel like it's our duty to unwrap these stories.
Yeah, we're a very trusted news source on the internet.
We're right up there with New York Times.
I would say so.
Unfiltered, uncut, raw, real news. That's
our
new title of our show. That's exactly what we're going. So for those of you who don't know, basically all these women came forward, and just to kind of sum it all up, I guess, because there's so many different accounts, the main gist of their stories was that Louie CK basically, in a way, forcibly watched them to watch him masturbate.
Yes, in a sense.
But
yes.
he did ask them, and most women either said no or felt that they couldn't say no, so then they had to watch him.
A few of them, I know some articles, a few of them said that they felt that they couldn't say no because they were currently either working with him or working
Under
with
him,
someone for him or under him, and that they felt it would compromise, production, and that they would be canceled or something of that nature.
Or they would get fired.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an abuse of power, and that's something that's interesting. And this whole thing has really, all of these allegations and just a lot of stuff I've seen recently has really opened my eyes to the abuse of power that there is, and that how, and I think it's really interesting now seeing how that Louie didn't necessarily, in the most classic sense of the idea, sexually assault these women, but that he, basically put them in a sexual situation that they didn't want to be. And I like that that's now being considered sexual assault, and that we're opening that dialogue for that.
Well, that's, I mean,
technically it is sexual assault.
That's all. When you hear sexual assault,
you think rape, you think molestation. You know what I mean? Some people might call it perversion or a sex. I don't know. I've heard different things bandied about, but I just like that people are taking this just as serious as Kevin Spacey or any of those other people, because it needs to be treated seriously.
Yeah. So for the whole Louie situation, what I would equate it to, like what you were trying to figure out, like, is this sexual assault?
No,
or
it is sexual assault.
I mean, I know it is, like, but what you were saying previously, but what the closest thing I could equate it to would be like a dude standing outside of like obviously it's not the same situation, but it's close, where like a guy would stand outside of like, say, like an elementary school or something, and just start whacking it. He's not like touching anybody, he's not forcing anybody, but he's just doing it in view of these people, especially kids. That's fucked. That
Louie CK did not jerk off in front of children.
No, that we are not saying that never happened. But
gotta cover our bases.
But I feel like it's a similar situation.
Definitely. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the future. Because like Mark Maret came out, he did that really great op-ed on it. He did a whole monologue on his podcast. He talked about it.
Yeah, he got pretty emotional about it too.
Yeah, he got really, really emotional. And then the thing that stuck out to me was that he said, he's like, I'm still going to be his friend.
Yeah, and that
like, Louie needs a friend, and that
kind of pissed a lot of people off too at the same time.
How do you feel about it?
Oh man,
let's
tough.
just say, God forbid, it came out that I sexually assaulted people, and that it was like true. Like these allegations happened, and then it was proven to be true. What would you do in that situation?
I don't think I would talk to you for a while.
Yeah, for a while at least.
For a long while.
Yeah,
it would take a while for me to like get over it, and then
that's a fucked up thing.
Yeah, but then it would have to be one of those things where you would have to eventually
confront it.
Yeah, you would have to confront not only you, but for yourself to understand why did you do this? What is going on? What makes that tick?
Yeah. What makes that okay in your mind?
Yeah. Why did you do this? And then once you kind of get that, then you can kind of get some closure on both ends.
Yeah.
And maybe move forward with forgiveness.
Because, I'm not necessarily saying that he needs to be exiled from the entire fucking planet, but it's just like, I'm surprised no legal action has been taken yet. But it's also like, when there's no legal action taken, what exactly is the right thing to do as a society in this situation? And like, what do we, obviously, like, I'm not going to support his art, at least for a while.
Yeah, and right there, that is the step that everyone is taking now. Is, I have a feeling Netflix is not going to be carrying his show for very much longer.
His specials.
He just dropped a Netflix special.
This year. Earlier this year.
2 months ago.
No, a couple more longer than that.
Really? Was it the summer, like late summer?
Early summer, I want to say.
Early summer. Okay.
August, I want to say. April.
Okay.
August is late summer, but
yeah.
I was thinking
but I feel like
they're gonna drop him.
They're gonna drop him.
Just like they shut down House of Cards.
Yeah. Same with Kevin Spacey. They dropped that. All these people that are doing this, and it's it's kind of it's rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Because it one, like you said, if you're not taking legal action, the next best course would be to hit them where it hurts, and that's their wallet.
Yeah.
And show them, hey, this is unacceptable.
We're not gonna stand for this.
like, if you can't do this. So I feel like if you can't do this in the office setting, clearly you don't touch your coworker's ass. You don't grab their ass.
You don't pull your dick out.
Yeah, you don't whip your dick out in the office. Why would it be acceptable to do this on a movie set, or just because you're an actor or an actress,
or rich,
or rich, or famous, or whatever the thing is? It's not acceptable.
Well, it goes back to that abuse of power idea, and I think that it's like getting a swelled head. Your ego gets the best of you, and it's not a justification at all. But I just think that it comes back to that where you sort of lose sight of yourself and your own personal boundaries because you have so many yes people around you, and then that really distorts you. And I'm not saying that makes it okay.
No, but that I think you're on the right track. That
I
definitely
think Louie was
that's
a normal dude. He has a wife and kids and all this shit, and then all of a sudden, that's a really fun sound. And then all of a sudden, he's fucking jerking off in front of people and be like, "Watch me, fucking jerk it," and all this shit. And it's like,
but I gotta
where
say,
did
that kind of sounds almost like a kink.
Out? Oh, kink? Oh, it's
like,
absolutely a kink. It's totally a fetish.
It's a fetish thing.
Yeah.
Where he gets off on like, you're gonna watch me do this.
Yeah, but there's a way to do that complicitly.
And it's like, hey Max, do you want to watch me whack off?
Yes.
Well, you're supposed to, God damn it, Max.
Oh,
you're supposed to say no.
Oh, I thought my dreams were coming true for a second. No.
So I'm gonna be Louie.
Okay.
And you're gonna be you.
Okay.
Hey Max, do you want to watch me masturbate?
Nice to meet you, Mr. CK. Would you buy me a drink first, at least, that we could talk about it?
God damn it! You're supposed to say no.
Sorry, I'm just excited. Okay. One more time.
Okay, take 3.
Okay.
Let's see if you can get this right.
Okay.
I'm Louie.
Okay.
You're Max.
I'm Max. How's my hair?
You're good.
Okay.
Hey Max, I'm Louie.
Hi.
Do you want to watch me whack off?
No, thank you.
I hear your opinion and I respect it, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's not very nice. Please stop masturbating, Mr. CK. And that's how that situation probably played out. But yeah, it's very, I don't know, very distorted line of thinking for sure. I don't know. I still don't really know how to, like, obviously I know how to feel about it. I'm just still digesting it in a way, and I'm still trying to, it's kind of like, after Chester Bennington, it was kind of like, okay, I had to come to terms of like, okay, this guy who made stuff that I really liked, he's never going to be making stuff again. I had to come to terms with that. And it's kind of the same thing with Louie, where I think at least for the next while, he's going to have to be dead to me in a way.
Right.
And I'm just not going to, I can't enjoy his stuff, at least for a long time. I don't know what he's going to be able to do to make it right, but it'll be okay. You said you had a question for me at like the top of this whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you lay it on me?
I gotta ask.
Okay.
Because this whole thing, it's a very serious issue.
Very serious.
It's very serious.
But we make light of the serious things here on
exactly.
the show.
So I'm
real, raw, uncut, unfiltered, onion news.
I have to ask if the acting scenario we just did.
Okay, that was a great acting exercise, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was totally. But so if Louie came up to you and asked this question like he always did, do you want to watch me whack off? And you said no. But then he asked you, would you whack off with me, like a mutual masturbation situation?
We're just standing there apart from each other,
like you're in the same room, but you're just kind of facing each other, or you could have your backs turned.
Okay, I think the back.
Like you're just kind of back to back, or you're facing each other, but it's like a mutual situation.
How close are we? What emotionally?
Emotional? Just met.
How physically close are we?
Well, you're in a room, so basic 10 by 10 room.
I mean,
it's like a bedroom.
What's the difference? Like, are we spitting? Are we touching distance? Can I reach out my arm and touch him?
I would say an arm's length away, like
Okay.
maybe half an arm's length away.
If I could take like a good 3 steps back, I would do it just for the story. Pre allegation, pre all this shit going down, I would do it.
You would. Okay.
Just for the story.
Now,
I don't think I would finish. I think it'd just be a dry tug, but I would do
really.
it for the story.
What if he finished and you didn't? Would that make you feel awkward?
No.
Or would that make him feel more awkward?
I would hope that it would make him feel awkward. He'd feel bad and give me some money.
Hey, all right. Now, this also brings up
Well,
another.
hold on. Would you do it? Pre-allegation. That's the asterisk we're gonna put on this.
I would let him give me a Dutch rudder.
What the fuck's a Dutch rudder?
So,
Is that like a dirty Santa?
no, totally different. So this is when you hang on to your own junk,
Okay.
but then you can either like link arms, or the second person is hanging on to your elbow or your forearm, and they're moving your arm for
Oh,
you.
like the friendly stranger.
In a sense.
Okay.
But it's not a stranger because, you know, no parts are numb.
Yeah.
But it's
My dick's always numb. It's a problem. I have frostbite.
but yeah, I would let him give me a Dutch rudder.
Would you give him a Dutch rudder?
I would do a double Dutch. So we would link arms. And so if I moved, he moved, and if he moved, I moved.
That sounds like the most complicated way to masturbate I've ever heard. It sounds like way too much effort. I feel like it would throw off your rhythm because like you'd be doing something and then he would be doing something totally opposite and your rhythm just wouldn't sync up.
Well, eventually you would. Eventually you would.
Do you want to stand in a room just tugging on your little wiener?
Hey man,
with Louie CK.
if you agreed to this situation, you know what you got yourself into. You know, you're gonna be there for a while.
Okay, I wouldn't do the Dutch rudder.
You know,
Because
especially
that's-
like you said, you're doing a dry tug. You're gonna be there for a second, son.
I mean, I'm just, I would not do the Dutch rudder because that's way too close contact. And if Louie CK starts fucking exploding all over the place, I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Well, that's why you don't face
rancid
each other. You don't
fantasy.
face each other. You're shoulder to shoulder, but you're facing the same direction. You don't face each
I
other.
feel like that's super weird. I feel like it's super weird to like masturbate and with somebody and not be facing them. Like imagine if like we were in the studio, right? Mm-hmm. And then like I'm over in my desk chair, like facing away from you, and then you're like on the couch facing the corner. Like, I feel like that's super weird. I feel like if you're gonna do it in the same room, you might as well just be open about it. Right?
I guess you're right.
I guess you might as well just embrace the whole situation and just go for it.
I think you're right, but also I think this is
you're right, but I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Exactly. But I think this is a great time to pause. Let's
Okay.
take a break because my cider is empty and I need a refill.
Okay.
So we will be right back.
Right back. Did you hit record?
Yeah, we're going. We're live.
Okay. Breaking news, everybody.
Breaking news.
Breaking
news.
spanking, fresh out of the womb news for everybody. Who just liked our fucking tweet?
So we're still here at the tap room, Edison's tap room in South Tacoma. During our break, I got a new cider. He got a new beer. We're just checking our social media, Twitter, and the one, the only,
the fucking Mr. Legend himself,
Sir Mix-a-Lot, just liked our tweet.
Oh
God.
I mean,
God, you know, I can hear you people at home right now. Oh, this isn't a big deal. No, you shut your goddamn
not only
mouth.
has Smash Mouth liked our shit, Sir Mix-a-Lot likes our shit. We are in the inner circle of novelty celebrities at this point.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm going to apologize to my girlfriend and all my old friends, but I'm a celebrity now. Everybody can suck my dick and eat my dust. Because I'm moving onwards and upwards.
Wow. It does not take much for you to inflate your ego and
really
get
doesn't.
a really big head.
It really doesn't. So, I don't need any of you. Goodbye. I never liked any of you. I was only friends with you because I had to be, but now that I'm famous, I don't need it. So, goodbye.
Do Twitter likes count as being like that?
Absolutely.
Like being in that
it's
inner
validation from a famous person. That's being famous. Because famous people only acknowledge each other.
Okay.
When's the last time you saw JGL hanging out with a normie?
Good point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
He only hangs out with A-listers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, hey, JGL, hit us up, man.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
We're celebs now.
I'll hit you up if you hit me up.
No, his company hit us up based on that picture I took of your dog. Remember that?
That's very true.
So we're basically celebrities now.
I gotta say, they kind of hit everybody else up on that tweet as well.
It's okay. So
we're not too special with JGL.
Yeah. But we are celebrities now. So we should put that in our Twitter bio, I think, and I'm gonna update my resume.
Okay.
As a famous now, I am famous and I am a celebrity.
Almost famous.
No, I am famous. I'm as famous as Sir Mix-a-Lot, I think.
I would say
that's how it works.
If he's like dropped to like B-list status, I'd say we're like E.
We're E?
Yeah, I'd say we're like E-list.
Who's a D-list celebrity then? Who's more
like
famous?
Kathy
than us?
Griffith.
She's a household name. She's
still no, dude. No, she dropped to D. Everyone knows she even recognizes herself as a D-list celebrity.
She says
Get
that?
real, yeah.
Who's a better D-list celebrity?
You know who I would really like to talk to is Danny Bonaducci.
Who?
Danny Bonaducci.
Oh yeah, what's he in?
Partridge Family, man. He was the kid in the Partridge Family.
He was in something else, right? Was he in It's Always Sunny?
No, he was not.
Scrubs. He's in Scrubs in that episode. No, Partridge Family. I'm thinking of Brady Bunch. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's all bullshit.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Let's just talk about this for a second.
Okay.
Any D-list celebrity, who would you want to meet?
What defines a D-list? Are D-list celebrities just has-beens? That's what it sounds like.
Kind of in a sense, I guess. But like
band members of Stone Temple Pilots.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm throwing that ball.
God damn, Max, you throwing some shade. All right.
Or
I guess
Mr. CK himself.
He's dropping to the D. He's dropping. Oh, I guess he did already drop his D.
Man, I can't even think of any D-list celebrities. I'm so busy hanging out with A-listers.
Okay, so let's just put it this way. I would say George Takei.
He's a D-list now?
He's D, dude.
He's at least a C, maybe a B. He's very popular on Twitter.
I mean, he's popular, but what was the last thing filmed or on screen? You know what I mean? Like, what big thing has he done?
Wasn't he in Harold and Kumar?
Was he?
There's something that he did where he was like, oh my.
Well, yeah, that's his thing where
Futurama?
he plays like he was in Futurama, but that's what I mean. He's not,
that's a good get.
Well, yeah, Futurama's great, but, he's not on the silver screen anymore. He doesn't do like a radio show. He doesn't do anything else. He's Twitter famous now.
What's wrong with that? We're Twitter famous.
Nothing's wrong with that, but that's what you're asking. What makes
So D-list celebrities are people who are famous on Twitter?
I guess.
Okay. TJ Miller. No, TJ Miller's an A-lister.
I would
begrudgingly agree.
Begrudgingly, I want to give him a B minus.
No, TJ Miller.
I would give
He's
TJ.
in Deadpool. TJ Miller's a main character in Deadpool. He's a starring role in Deadpool.
That's true, but God damn, I still want to give him a B. He's still just a B.
How about A minus?
I'll give him a B plus. Is that better?
Okay, we'll meet in the middle. I can't think of any D-list celebrities. I'm sorry, I'm just too famous for that.
Just
I'm
think
above
of
it.
Think of everyone from like 90s sitcoms or dramas.
Okay, no.
80s
Uncle
shows.
Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
There you go.
That guy's never been
Boom.
in anything.
Although he is dead, so respect the dead.
When did he die?
Are you kidding?
Uncle Phil died?
Like last year.
No way. I would have fucking heard about that.
You can look it up right now if you want. Pull out your phone.
Look up. You hold the show.
Well, what else we got?
Start talking about Battlefront.
EA. EA can go fuck themselves hard with the cactus, because now not only do they introduce a new game and they say, hey,
2013.
Yeah, dude.
What? All right, I'm over it. Okay, I'm over it. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about Battlefront.
So they introduced this new game. It looked great. Everyone was super interested in it. It's a new Star Wars game.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, EA goes, hey, we're going to introduce all these great characters.
Luke Skywalker.
But
basic ass shit.
But you have to pay for them.
Yeah.
And if you want to use them, you don't have to pay for them. But you can grind for like 40, 80 hours to get them, but it won't be anything special when you do get them. But someone that, you know, didn't work for it can just drop 30 bones or I don't know I don't know the price. Okay. I'm just spitballing
I've
here.
seen this shit before, and usually, like, I think it was Injustice that does this, where they had a thing where they were like allowing you could like buy characters.
But that's different though, because it is different, because what they're doing in Injustice is they're introducing characters that aren't normally in the DC realm. Like they brought in like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So you're saying that because it's not part of a normal franchise, it's okay to charge for characters?
Well, yeah, for in that sense.
But I paid $60 for a fucking game, and I don't get the whole fucking game.
You're getting the whole game. But what they're doing is they're introducing characters that aren't in the world. So they're introducing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or they're introducing like a character from like Mortal Kombat or something like. But I'm not playing
Star Wars because I want to play as fucking Goofy.
Well, Star Wars, but see, that's the thing. Here's the difference: is with Injustice, it's a choice.
How much were the characters?
I don't know. I really don't.
I feel like if it's more than $5 for any of this
But what they're doing in this situation is they're saying, hey, if you want to play with these characters, you can purchase them, and it won't affect gameplay. If someone else has this character and you happen to play against them, this character isn't going to be so fucking stacked that they're just going to crush you every time they use him. Okay? That's the difference. And with EA and Battlefront, what they're doing is these buyable characters are so stacked and they're just outrageously powerful that anyone that just like has extra money can just be like, yo, I'm just gonna buy this guy and just crush everyone else in the game, and if you didn't pay for him, go fuck yourself. That's essentially why everyone is super pissed at EA, because
of course.
Basically they're like, hey, if you want to beat the game, or if you want to be the best at the game, you have to basically pay to win. And that's what they turned Battlefront into, is pay to win. So
it sucks because Battlefront used to be such a good game. I was so into it.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of that game when I was younger. Even after like the PS2 became obsolete, I was still playing it. Mm-hmm. And when the new one got announced, I was stoked because they had a PC version. I was gonna pick it up, but I just know it's bullshit. I'm staying as far away from it as I can.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's like one thing to release expansion packs like Fallout did. Fallout did it right, where they release like legit new experiences on the game that you already know and like. But like this is just like, hey, we're giving you the game, but then like if you want stuff that should have been part of the game, pay us extra.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I understand what you're saying with the Injustice thing.
Yeah.
Where I hate to admit it, but I guess you were kind of right. But
I know I'm right. You don't have to tell me.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's just all fucked up. It's just companies who want money and corporate greed, and I'm fucking sick of all of it, man. Let's burn EA to the ground.
Dude, everyone's sick of it. Right now, EA has the most... Okay, so anyone that follows like kind of internet trending stuff or whatever, you go to Reddit. You've been to reddit.com. They have upvotes and downvotes.
Yeah.
And EA posted something there, you know, trying to almost kind of like
they
defending
did the AMA.
them. Yeah,
basically kind of to do that.
Kind of like defending their like position on why we did this. They have the most downvoted comment in history of Reddit. Like in the entire history that this website has been online, EA holds the crown for the most downvoted comment. I think last time I checked, they were at like 42,000 downvotes, and that was like last week. So I can only imagine the hatred has just grown.
Oh,
like people are pissed at EA. Like people have been
Rightfully
demanding refunds because they're like, why the fuck do I paid, like you said, I paid for the game, why do I have to buy the characters that I already purchased?
Yeah.
You know, this is ridiculous. And so it got to the point where EA was getting so many people saying, you know what, fuck you, we want our money back. They literally took the refund button off of their website, and now you have to call them. Or what you can do is on their website, they have like a live customer service chat, and you can, you know, type, you know, like basically like a instant message with a customer representative, and they'll talk to you and they'll ask you like, you know, can I ask why do you want a refund? And it's basically like, have you been watching the news? Have you been keeping up with social media?
Do you understand what's going on right now?
Do you understand? Yeah, exactly. Do you understand why I want to? Oh, okay, yeah. And I kind of feel bad for the people that have to work at the customer service end at EA, because they don't make those decisions, you know.
But at the same time, fuck those people, because you and I work in customer service, and we get blamed for shit that's beyond our control all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So it comes with the game. As far as I'm concerned, the customer service people at EA can go fucking suck a duck. I go fuck.
Ooh, damn, you were just throwing shade left and right in this second half.
Yeah, man. Filters off.
Coming in hot. Max is coming in hot.
On the topic of Star Wars, I want to talk about
The Last Jedi?
The Last motherfucking Jedi. Because here's the thing. It comes out next month. But I got beef with Disney and Star Wars and all that.
Okay. Max has always got beef.
So, everybody's seen the trailer, right? You've seen the trailer. All our friends have. What's one of the things that everybody's talking about? The porgs, right? Those little penguin-y rabbit
the
things.
little cute animal.
Yeah. And the thing
what about the ice fox?
Huh?
What about the ice fox?
The ice fox is cool. But here's my issue. And it's that not only the porg, but a lot of other characters in that movie have been merchandised already. The porgs have stuffed animals that are already for sale. Hey, Disney, fucking pull your hands out of my pants for a second and let me watch your goddamn movie before I let you jerk me off. Are you fucking kidding me? I haven't seen your shit yet. I don't know if I'd like your goddamn movie. What if everybody buys all these fucking porg things? People are wearing porg t-shirts and fucking porg stuffed animals. And then the porgs spend the whole fucking movie saying the N-word.
That's very true. Or what if they are only here for, like, what if they have an appearance for like 10 seconds in the movie, and it's literally like I don't know, it crawls out of like where where R2-D2 sits in the TIE fighter or the X-wing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
the top of the X-wing.
The top of the X-wing.
Excuse
me. What if they just like crawl out of there because they were like chewing on the wiring or something? Yeah. And that's it. That's literally like the only time you see them.
Well, they did this with The Force Awakens too, where right before the movie came out, like, and nobody had seen any of these characters yet, right? Like Rey, Finn, all these guys. It was brand new. Before the movie even dropped, they were like, buy a Rey action figure. Dog, I haven't seen the movie. I don't like it yet.
You're already spoiling the characters before your audience has a chance to see them.
Yeah,
I think that's messed up.
No, like, it's super messed up.
It's like, yeah, you can see them in the trailer, but you haven't seen, like you said, you haven't seen how they acted. You don't see how they interacted with each other. You don't get a sense for who they are.
But the thing that bothers me about it the most is that they just assume that Star Wars fans are so fucking stupid and desperate that they'll just be like, oh, Star Wars action figure? Yeah, I'll buy it, sure. Like, fuck you, Disney. Fuck you from thinking that I'm gonna buy your shit without seeing your bullshit. That's the most fucking goddamn, like, I can't even think of the fucking word right now. I'm so pissed. Help me.
Dude,
when you're
like on your own tirade right now. I'm just gonna let you go.
It's like fucking conceited, egotistical thing to do, where you're like, the people who eat our shit up are so fucking mindless that we can just shovel fucking action figures out left and right, and these fucking idiots will buy it without seeing our goddamn movie. Pretty soon, all it's gonna be is here's a trailer, buy our action figures. Trailer, action figures. pretty soon it's just going to be action figures of characters from a movie you've never seen that's never going to come out or get made. That's all it is. Disney's just going to become an action figure company. That's it. What the fuck? What Orwellian bullshit have we found ourselves in? Get it together, America.
Orwellian bullshit. I think you kind of misused that term there a little bit, but
no, this is Black Mirror.
You're on. I think you're on par, but I think you kind of misused that one a little bit.
Well, par is good in golf, so thank you.
I guess.
Yeah. But so yeah, that's how I feel about the movie. I'm excited to go see it though. I'm gonna go see it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm very horny for the
like I
movie.
said in the past, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
Really?
But I do enjoy the story. I'm a huge fan of like space sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll see it for that aspect. But as far as like the back, like
You're gonna be
deep,
there like opening day.
no, of course
You're
not.
not gonna wait in line.
No. I'll wait a couple weeks after and go see it or something.
Yeah.
But I
handy in
definitely
the
will.
theater.
Oh yeah, for sure. Louie's right next to me. Don't worry about it.
Do it, Tetraider. All things Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just hit him up on Twitter, see if he's interested.
Okay.
Mr. CK, I'd love it if you meet my date to go see The Last Jedi. I only have one restriction, and that's that we have to jerk each other out the whole movie.
Does he have a Twitter? Can we?
He's very active on Twitter.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, he used to be.
Can I? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a poll.
Okay.
Let's do a Twitter poll. Should we ask at? I don't know his name.
Louie CK.
Is it just at Louie CK? Okay. Should we ask at Louie CK? Will you go to the movies with me? And can we Dutch rudder?
I feel like it's very inflammatory to do a poll. I feel like we should just tweet at him.
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason, it's more wrong to ask people if we can do. It's better to ask for forgiveness and permission.
I guess that's true, but that's kind of the situation he's in.
How about we? Okay, let's just DM him. Let's just DM him.
That's fair enough.
And
It's private.
Yeah, nobody can tell if we did it or not. We'll DM him.
Besides them hearing this.
Yeah. But speaking of movies, I begrudgingly will talk about Deadpool 2
Okay.
with you because I know you like Deadpool.
I do. Well, I enjoyed the movie. I'm not very familiar with him in the comic book sense.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, my middle brother was absolutely he's like obsessed with Spider-Man and Deadpool and all like those characters in those universes, you know. He's just obsessed. He's covered in Spider-Man tattoos. It's insane.
Yeah.
But so growing up, I was aware of these characters and I knew who they were through him. But I never read, you know, their works. But I did see the movies, and I thoroughly enjoyed.
Really? I was so bored by Deadpool.
Dude, I just love how I don't know. I don't want to say blasé about like some of the things that like he's kind of
Apathetic.
yeah, like he's like, oh, hey, I just shot somebody, you know, like oops, you know, like that to me, like it's kind of like it's the anti-hero hero.
Yeah, well that's the whole thing.
To me, I love that, like because at the time when the first Deadpool dropped, we were surrounded by, you know, Batman, Dark Knight, whatever, Superman coming out, like, and
it came out like 2 years ago.
oh, fuck off, whatever. But we had, you know, but I'm not saying at the same time.
Come out, Avengers 2.
Exactly, that's what it was. Avengers, the whole Marvel thing going on, but it was all surrounded. Iron Man, that's who it was.
Iron Man 3.
So with the Iron Man, it's all about I'm a hero. I'm a good person and this and that.
No,
whatever.
Iron Man's very deep. Did you see Iron Man 3?
I've seen them.
Iron Man?
I've seen them all.
Yeah.
But it's all about like, oh, I'm a good person. I do this. I do that. And with Deadpool, it's kind of just like, dude, you're a bad guy, so I'm gonna fucking kill you, and I'm not gonna be nice about it, and I'm kind of gonna make fun of you as you're dying. And to me, that's hilarious.
Of course. No, like I love Ryan Reynolds. I wasn't a huge fan of the first Deadpool. I just felt like it's not about the character or the acting or anything. It was just purely based on a story. I didn't like the way the story was told. I just feel like that
T.J. Miller just fucked that whole
T.J.
thing
Miller
up.
was the best part of that movie, obviously.
I think he ruined the movie.
T.J. Miller, I want a Weasel movie. Just a movie with just T.J. Miller playing Weasel.
Gross.
I would love to see that.
Gross.
I just feel like, I don't know, the first movie, I didn't like the whole flashback, flash forward bullshit they were pulling, and it just felt rushed, and like, they tried to cram way too much, and then like, one of the favorite things that I heard about the movie was that it became the very movie that it was making fun of. It was making fun of superhero movies, and it became that. So I like that. And I'm excited to see Deadpool 2. I probably won't see it in theaters. I'll probably watch it online illegally. But,
Pirate.
I mean,
piece of shit.
Oh, I'm a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Say it to your face. I'm saying it to your face right now.
Because I won't support Ryan Reynolds getting $20 more.
Hey, speaking of Ryan, that actor, I can't say his name right now.
Yeah. The cider is strong.
Yes, it is, actually. I forgot. I was like, oh, did I switch? No, it's a cider still. Speaking of him, on Netflix right now, they have one of his older movies called The Voices.
Oh, is that on Netflix?
Have you seen it?
No,
Are you
telling me about it
aware?
the other day. I wanted to see it.
Yeah,
but
it's
I didn't know
on.
it was
It's on Netflix.
Oh, I thought you were watching it on like some website that you can see movies on.
No,
Illegally.
no, I'm not a pirate like you.
I'm not a pirate. Arr.
Arg.
I just, I happened upon free movies sometimes.
No, but this movie is great. He plays he's like a schizophrenic kind of, and he hears voices, and he basically like accidentally kills his date. And that's when like the schizophrenia really comes out, because he's freaking out. He doesn't know what to do. And the voices end up taking the role of his cat and dog in his house. So the dog and the cat are constantly telling him like what to do. Like, hey, hide the body here. No, don't do that. Go here, go there. And he's just like the whole movie, he's just freaking out. And he's like telling him like, oh no, you shut up. And he's like, he's talking to himself, but he's yelling at his dog. And it's great. It's a dark, it's a dark comedy.
It sounds good. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'll give my official review on our next episode.
Yeah. So I mean, just speaking of Ryan Reynolds, it's another good
really
movie
good.
that he was in.
God, they
very underrated film that he's been in.
The fourth Stone Temple Pilots song they played since we got here.
Is this Interstate Love? No, this is not.
Wicked Garden.
Yeah, Wicked Garden. Okay.
Because they played, this is the third. They played Interstate, Big Empty, Wicked Garden.
Garden.
They are just rubbing it in my fucking face right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Suck on that, Max.
So, before we close out, let's just touch on Warped Tour and how that's ending. That's kind of weird, right?
Okay. Yeah, this kind of touches back to the beginning of the episode with the whole sexual allegations thing. So the reason why they closed down Warped Tour...
Well, they're doing one more.
Well, they're doing, the one more and then it's done.
Yeah.
But what it is they were looking for bands because they said, hey, if this is going on in Hollywood, then it has to be going on with musicians in the music industry. Exactly. So what the founders and the people behind the scenes at Warped Tour said is, we don't want any bands that have been accused or are known for
brand new
doing these
their
things.
Singer just got accused.
Exactly.
Which bummed me out because I love Brand New.
Gross.
Not anymore. But
that's what they were looking for. Is they're like, hey, let's try to find bands that don't have these accusations, that people are, like clean people. Like, let's just get good clean acts on here. And guess what? They couldn't find anybody.
What?
So
At all?
And
Get Linkin Park. They're cool.
And they were like, you know what? Warped Tour, done.
So, but they're doing one more?
It's their final one. Well, I guess what it is they already had like the people lined up.
Oh, okay.
Everything was like, they had the venue, they had everything bought and paid for. So it's like, dude, you can't just back out and waste fucking, $500,000. So they're going to do this last one and that's it.
It's just weird. It's an end of an era, I never went to Warped Tour. I was never too much of a scene kid to like go to Warped Tour, but you know, some cool shit happened on Warped Tour. It always seemed like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, some cool bands came out. It's just weird. It's like every year I would hear like, oh, guess who's coming to Warped Tour, and I would always get to say, I don't care, and I'm not gonna get to do that anymore. That bums me out.
Oh, too bad.
I gotta find a new thing to not care about. Politics. I won't care about politics anymore.
Okay. Good luck on that. Very, you know.
So thank you everybody for listening and joining us for this special live episode.
Yeah.
Thank you to Edison's Tap Room for having us and hosting us here.
This is great.
Yeah.
Good cider.
Good. It's strong.
Strong ciders.
Good
strong.
beer.
Very strong.
Thank you for listening. We hope you guys are having a great holiday season. I don't really have a lot of anything else to really say. Do you?
No, just thank you, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, thanks Sir Mix-a-Lot for making me famous.
Somewhat famous.
I am famous.
Well, you keep that in your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, just thank you for everyone at home listening to us. And hit us up at Dish Gods.
Yeah, on Twitter or Facebook. YouTube,
Dish Gods.
Email us at
YouTube,
dishgodshow@gmail.com.
And visit our website, dishgodscast.com.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff going on over there. We just put a new game up called Little Bears Romp Around. Play as Little Bear romping around.
Drinking beer.
It's a lot of fun. So check us out. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Keep it sleazy.